Did you know that 90% of successful people have faced failure at some point? The most successful people in the world aren't those who never failed. They're the ones who learned how to turn their failures into stepping stones. Today, we're diving deep into the art of overcoming failure and how you can use setbacks to fuel your success. Stay until the end to hear the incredible story of someone who transformed their biggest failure into a billion-dollar empire. Let's talk about failure statistics that might surprise you. The average entrepreneur fails 8 times before finally succeeding. Did you know that even Elon Musk was nearly bankrupt in 2008 when both Tesla and SpaceX were on the brink of collapse? Or that Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination? Studies show that 95% of innovations initially fail before being refined into successful products. Thomas Edison famously made 1,000 unsuccessful attempts at inventing the light bulb. When asked about it, he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps." This mindset is what separates those who give up from those who break through. The problem is, our brains are wired to avoid failure at all costs. Fear of failure paralyzes us because we've been conditioned to view failure as something shameful. This fear triggers our fight or flight response, flooding our bodies with stress hormones. The anticipation of failure activates the same pain centers in our brain as physical pain. Many people develop failure avoidance syndrome, where they only attempt things they're already good at, or worse, they don't try at all. This creates a vicious cycle. Fear leads to inaction. Inaction guarantees no progress, and no progress reinforces the fear. The question isn't whether you'll face failure, it's whether you'll let failure define you or refine you. So how do we embrace failure instead of running from it? First, reframe failure as feedback, not a final verdict. Every no brings you closer to a yes. And second, adopt a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Third, practice failure exposure. Deliberately put yourself in situations where you might fail, but the stakes are low. This builds your failure resilience muscle. Fourth, document your failures and extract specific lessons from each one. Fifth, create a personal failure resume, listing your biggest setbacks and what they taught you. And finally, surround yourself with people who understand that failure is part of the journey. When SpaceX rockets exploded during testing, Elon Musk's team celebrated because each failure provided crucial data for success. Let me tell you about J.K.Rowling, who in 1995 was a divorced single mother living on welfare. She completed her first Harry Potter manuscript, typing on an old manual typewriter, then faced rejection from 12 different publishers. One publisher finally gave her a chance, but advised her to get a day job because there's no money in children's books. Even after getting published, Rowling's problems weren't over. She struggled with depression so severe she contemplated suicide, but she channeled her pain into her writing, using her experiences with depression to create the soul-sucking dementors in her books. Today, the Harry Potter franchise is worth over $25 billion, and Rowling has donated so much to charity that she dropped off Forbes' billionaire list. She once said, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." Here's what I want you to take away. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of success. The most innovative companies like Google and Amazon have failure departments specifically designed to test ideas that might fail. Amazon's Jeff Bezos calls his company the best place in the world to fail. Remember, every master was once a disaster, every expert was once a beginner, and every success story includes chapters of failure. The only true failure is giving up or never trying at all. So I challenge you. What would you attempt if you knew you could not fail? Now go do that anyway, knowing that each failure brings you one step closer to success.